Well, politics is nothing if it's not fascinating, or should that word be stupid? Some of the developments out of Canberra this week are impossible to fathom. Firstly, the best retail politician in the country, Barnaby Joyce, is dumped in favour of a bloke who said he'd been dreaming of the leadership since he was 4. Get the drift? All he worried about was the leadership. But then Littleproud has already proven that he's not on the side of the bushy. The same National Party elected a woman who is completely unknown, Perrin Davey. Not slightly known or hardly known, completely unknown. She's been in the Parliament, federal Parliament, for 3 years. Hang on, it gets worse. The Deputy Leader of the Liberal Party, Susan Lee, with 2 S's in her name because she'd read some numerology expert who told her that if she had an extra S in her name, she would have an incredibly exciting and interesting life and nothing would ever be boring. Good on her. But what was going through the coalition when they appointed 2 women into positions of Deputy Leader, one from the Liberal Party and one from the National Party, and they come from the same electorate in New South Wales? So the 2 leaders of the coalition come from Queensland. The Liberals were hammered in WA. Why not Michaelia Cash as the deputy? The Liberals were hammered in Victoria. What's wrong with Sarah Henderson or Jane Hume? Why didn't the National Party choose Bridget McKenzie from Victoria? The point is the coalition is on the nose in Victoria, South Australia and WA, and those states are not represented in the leadership team. It is plain dumb. But then we come to the government. Well, may we ask how the poor people feel who actually missed out on a Guernsey? There are 103 Labor members in the House of Representatives and the Senate. 42 made it to the ministry, the outer ministry and assistant ministers. We're the most over-governed country in the world. But I've made that point many times before. However, madness just doesn't belong to the coalition leadership appointments. What on earth is meant by Matt Thistlethwaite, the member for the Sydney seat of Kingsford Smith, being the Assistant Minister for the Republic? May we ask who is the minister and what is that portfolio responsibility? We're in very troubling economic times, as I've just pointed out. Why is Andrew Lee way down the pecking order and the Assistant Minister for Competition, Charities and Treasury? Now, when you're managing the economy, understanding the narrative and the metrics helps. Andrew Lee has a Bachelor of Arts degree with first-class honours from Sydney University, a Bachelor of Laws with first-class honours from Sydney University, a Master's degree in Public Administration and a PhD in Public Policy from the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University, where his thesis was titled Essays in Poverty and Inequality. He was the Principal Advisor to the Australian Treasury from 2008 to 2009. He was the Professor of Economics at the ANU from 2004 to 2010. He's published 50 journal articles on the disciplines of economics, public policy and the law. Can anyone inside the Labor Party or outside it seriously suggest in these difficult times that he isn't far more qualified than Katie Gallagher, the Finance Minister, who's ranked 5th in the Cabinet hierarchy and, as I said, the Minister for Finance? Her only job of note was that of Chief Minister of the ACT. Come on.